Hello, this is Jared Wignall, and today I will be commenting over the film The Silence of the Lambs. So, if you will get your copy of the movie ready, either the DVD, Blu-ray, or if it's on Netflix or any other streaming service, get it queued up, and we will begin in 3, 2, 1, play. So, this film is 25 years old. This movie came out Valentine's Day, 1991, and won 5 Academy Awards, which was Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actor, and Best Actress. This is, it was also very significant in the sense that it was the first horror film to receive the Academy Award for Best Picture. And I know many people don't necessarily consider this a horror movie. However, I and many people do, because there are many horror elements in this movie. You have a guy who kills and skins women to make a woman's suit, which is in and of itself horrible. And that character was inspired by various serial killers, particularly Ed Gein. And also another thing that would give it a very horror feel is the character Hannibal Lecter. And we see Clarice Starling, Jodie Foster, just going through an obstacle course for like the FBI or and I remember the first time I saw this movie, it was just seeing all this. I'm like, because just some of the things I had heard about this movie, I didn't necessarily think the movie would begin like this. I guess I thought it would begin with a victim of somebody. I believe Hannibal Lecter, because that's who everybody really focuses on, or at least always seems to mention with Silence of the Lambs, is Hannibal Lecter. But Clarice Starling is a very interesting character. She is somebody who does very well at her profession, and like at this time, I believe there weren't a whole lot of women in the FBI. So for the book, when this came out, that came out in the 80s, and then this movie came out in the early 90s. It was still relatively new thing. The book is the second of the Hannibal Lecter series. The first book was Red Dragon, then this, and followed by Hannibal, and then Hannibal Rising, which was the prequel to Hannibal Lecter. This is the first adaptation of Red Dragon, which was Manhunter. Has no connection to this film whatsoever. This film. And here we see just some of the victims and little bits and pieces of what is to be expected of Buffalo Bill. There's Scott Glenn. You know, all these performances are great in this film. But yeah, Manhunter itself didn't do as great of a, it didn't do that great at box office, and critics wise, if I can recall correctly from looking at the critical reception, it wasn't overtly fond. Like, the critics didn't really like it. Sure, some of the performances I believe were favorably, but the film has gained a cult following. Probably particularly because thanks to this film, that movie got very. When I heard about Hannibal Lecter was in that movie, it probably got interested. Oh, he's telling her about Hannibal Lecter. But I have to say, you get all this stuff about Hannibal Lecter in the very beginning of this film, and by the time you see it, Hannibal, the impression you have or a picture you have in your mind is like very, very different. Because he's a cannibal, and you hear, it's just all the stuff that you hear about. Everything you hear is just you get this horrible, like, frightening kind of character and person, and also then, as he said, he gets in your head, and then now you have this doctor talking more about him. And this guy is very, he's kind of some disgusting pervert type guy. Yeah. Dr. Chilton is one of those that's just, you're kind of like, it'd be fun just to see Hannibal kill this dude, but yeah. But I have to say, when we go into this little next section, down these halls of all these criminals, it's very, you see all these characters who are very, very disgusting. And then here with that picture that she is given and we don't see, and what you get to just the description of it you hear, it's very disturbing. Like, you think, like all this stuff you hear of Hannibal, you just get this horrible, awful, despicable person, and yet, it's like when you finally see him, it's completely the opposite. His character's name is Barney, and he's one of the people that like Hannibal actually likes, just from the little conversations you have about or hear about, or how Hannibal talks about him. You kind of get the impression he likes Barney, like he's a good guy, or so to speak, And yeah, and then here's this guy. That's a nice little nice thing to say to a lady. And here we have Hannibal Lecter. Apparently, this whole thing of him just standing in the middle of the cell and just saying good morning was all Hopkins's idea. Like, instead of actually sitting down or something, it was his idea just to stand in the middle of the room just to wait for her to come. And you can kind of tell he's a little, or she's a little frightened by him. I just love that performance. I love the performance by Hopkins. Also, something to note is Anthony Hopkins never blinks when he speaks. If you watch, every time he is saying something, he doesn't really, he rarely, if ever, he like blinks. I mean, obviously here he's blinking a little bit, but he's, yeah. Apparently he actually got that from watching Charles Manson in interviews, and noticed that he rarely blinked when talking. I have to say, those drawings are really good. Yeah. Yeah. Also, something to note is the time of the screen time that Anthony Hopkins has in this film is 16 minutes, like a little over 16 minutes. Somebody actually said that it's actually 25 minutes, but just for fun, I actually tried to see if it was 16 minutes, and I, have a little time and like on your phone, and I timed it, and he um, and it was like almost like 16 minutes. But I think what they're getting at with the 25 minutes is the total scene time. Every scene he's in, when you add them together, it's 25 minutes. Whereas when you actually see him on screen, it's actually it's about 16 minutes. Like when you see Clarice, that wouldn't really uh, that wouldn't count for screen time for Hannibal. But also, we also hear a little more about Buffalo Bill. We learn about like, yeah, well, she gives her little theory as to why, you know, or she actually sent like a report and stuff to of Buffalo Bill to Hannibal to look at. And here also he also kind of strips down Clarice. That's just kind of like a very bold moment. And now here comes the most iconic moment in this film from Hannibal. And that little slurp hissing sound was improvised by Hopkins because he thought he thought they would cut it out, and he just did it as a joke. And apparently, the director, after that, he's looked at him and said, "You, you're disgusting." Oh, oh no. Oh boy. And that was quite something. It's amazing just how he's able to read people. Hannibal is. Now we see Chris as a kid. All right, and really, this is you don't really see a lot of younger her, and all right, and now target yeah, target practicing. Um, uh, uh, all the guys just checking out all the women, shooting to be the FBI. I have to say, for Jodie Foster, she did a very, you know, her career, uh, it's fairly good. No, um, he, he, she, from like Taxi Driver and all the movies up until this movie, she had a very, um, she had a very, she's one of those people who are able to not succumb to what happens a lot to child stars, where they just become alcoholics or drug addicts, or just not very, not have a very great uh, life career for themselves after a success at a young age. And she did Taxi Driver, obviously, and that was a big movie for you. And now she's yeah, she's able to just correct some of the stuff Hannibal says, because Hannibal likes to play with people's minds and just likes to have like little riddles for people. Use himself and just to see if anybody can decipher anything he says. Clary Starling is able to. That wouldn't be. I'd have to probably after a cut like that, it'd be best to try to after all this, go clean it very well and make sure you don't have some disease because that door looked fairly old. Oh, all this old stuff. An American flag over big car. Silence of the Lambs is one of those movies that's often considered one of the greatest movies of all time, and I would agree to that. It's very well done, well made, and it's just this is a movie I could watch and just not get tired of it. Watch it over and over, and I'd still love it. Well, hey, oh, that's nice. That's real great. Someone's decapitated head. That's something that's yeah, that's something that's just something really, really nice. I love how you aren't able to see him. He could be anywhere. Hey, there he is. Hey, looks like a nice, wholesome program. Oh, uh, uh, well, that's nice. Apparently, this guy's. Uh, that's nice for Hannibal. That guy's therapy went nowhere, so the best for him was him getting killed. That's Grace. That's a nice, great therapist. Uh, it's probably like the only time in this film Hannibal actually swears. Uh, had 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 Miggs get a seizure. Very sad. Yes, not only did he get his drawings taken away, but he has to have that gospel program. I just like how he's able to just keep his eyes open like he does. And when he looks at the camera looking at you, it's like Hannibal is just staring into your soul. It's just so eerie, like right here. And I like his calm voice that he has. Yeah, I like that little line. All good things to those who wait. I think that's something I need to say in my life. First of it, oh, that's a happy, nice song. All right, we're in Memphis now. Oh, and yeah, this is Catherine Martin, daughter of the senator, and here we get to see uh, Buffalo Bill, and he has his character was influenced by many serial killers. You know, Ed Gein was the main one, but right here was is Ted Bundy. Yeah, he would Bundy would often pretend to be injured in order to kidnap women, and then after they help him out, he knock them out and then just kill them. Some of the other uh, Ted Levine was really good in this part. Oh, And now the search to find Buffalo Bill is even more urgent now that a senator's daughter has been kidnapped. Yeah, some of the other people that influenced uh, Buffalo Bill, aside from Bundy and Gein, were Jerry uh, Brutos, who had dressed up in the victim's clothes and kept their shoes. Gary M. Heidnick, who kidnapped and tortured women and held them prisoner as sex slaves. Edmund Kemper, who um, uh, killed his grandparents as a teenager just to see what it was like. And Gary Ridgway was the Green River Killer, uh, who would dump women's bodies in the rivers and apparently would insert foreign objects into their corpses. And now they're trying to, and then they're telling her about all the places that bodies are found. Like maybe there's a pattern, or maybe not. Some of them never. Some didn't have characters. They. Uh, you know, Despite not seeing Hannibal Lecter a whole lot, you definitely hear about him, and I feel his presence there is felt throughout this film. Um, it's presence just lingers. Like any time he's mentioned, it's very. Hopkins just gave a performance that you, you know, just re. It just lingers whenever he's even mentioned. Doesn't necessarily even have to be in the building. Every time he's mentioned, you just sense him. And here we get to get a little more information about Clarice, particularly about her like dad. What ultimately happened here, which was, fairly it's something as a reason why she does what she does. So now everybody's I always found it somewhat humorous that she was able to get all these guys out of that room when they're just looking at her like, have you you know like, have you lost your mind? And now, for the first time in the movie, see firsthand, kind of like a dead body of one of Buffalo Bill's victims. Ugh. It's just, very. It's not a good. It's just, something like this in a movie is, there's a lot of, yeah, now you get to see a little more. And, yes. And now we get to see something that's kind of a little very odd and interesting. And apparently that was like a something coated, like a Tootsie Roll coated in something, so that way if the actress, you know, had it mouth, if she if something happened, she could swallow it, it would be edible. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. All right, we're in DC now. This is quite a museum. Yeah. I wonder what museum this is. Yeah. These two guys are fairly entertaining just to watch. this these guys uh that guy likes clearly likes Clarice. Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah. Oh, wow. And now we get to see that somebody again. This this is quite the basement. Yeah, it's creepy and everything, but it's very, very big. Or at least, even if it actually isn't big, he's able to make a lot of use out of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's very big because sometimes you know how sometimes you're able to make small spaces look really big. Yeah, that wasn't one of those times though. And he was like sewing some stuff together. This is now when people decide to be like, well, now that they're fairly certain it was, you know, uh, whoever it was that, they know like Buffalo Bill has kidnapped her daughter now. And now we're gonna see Hannibal again. And Dr. Chilton is just a great guy. Just keeps getting better and better. No, no, we know you're not. You're very, very serious. You're a very serious man. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet deal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, now he's gonna make this into a, you know. Oh, and here we go. Yeah. He's just so fantastic in this movie. This is one of my favorite performances. He has the right kind of eeriness, and yet he's also sophisticated all at once. Oh yes, I would agree. It would be something. Uh, and now here he's here talking about. I like how this whole change of what's his face that when he's talking about her and her Travis life, but then he switches and he's so like on the beat for uh, Buffalo Bill, and then of course after he's said enough of for him for a while, he then just switches back to his to what he wants. Oh, that's awful. And I just love that shot. I love how you see Hannibal's face while his back is turned. It's just that's just a great camera trick. Ho ho. Oh, Dr. Chilton. Yeah, you're just listening in because you're just. Uh, oh, here we go. This is one of the one of the most iconic lines from it. It rubs the lotion on his skin as he gets the hose again. Ho ho. Him and that dog. Oh boy. He just calls her an it, where her mom calls her her Catherine. You can just see how he's about to just lose it with her. It's interesting to oh oh hey, those are the fingernails. That was a fingernail from that woman. Unless that was from someone else. What else? And now he's just gonna mock her. Oh, that's not good. Oh, oh, that pin. Mm-hmm. Well, that's not nice. Uh. Oh. Yeah. You can't outsmart Hannibal. Yeah, just as much as you think. And there's Roger Corman, not him, the other guy. Also, George Romero is in this film too. You know, the director of Night of the Living Dead, and that mask is a very iconic look. That dude's been in so many movies. I love his breathing there. It's just it's just amazing. You know, just all this stuff with Hannibal is like you can't take your eyes off him. He's just one of those characters that you always pay attention to. You know? I mean, not that the like Clarice isn't great or Buffalo Bill as a character isn't as interesting, but Hannibal Lecter hands down owns this entire film. And Dr. Chilton's just full of himself. Hello, Senator. Oh, ho, ho. This little story. Oh, this. Oh, oh, this whole thing. Oh, no. Oh, this is that's messed up. Also, I love this little bit he says to her. It's just, ew, his little eyes. It's so. Oh, here we go. Not really. No one cares. No, nobody really cares about your name, pal. Oh, ho. This is where Hannibal's new home is. Mm. That guy whose name I can't think of right now has been in many things. He's one of those guys that is like, you've seen them before, but their name just escapes you. Oh, Sergeant uh, uh, Lieutenant Boyle is Charles Napier, who's also in Rambo 2, Blues Brothers, and Austin Powers. International Mystery Man. Him and his mind games. I just love this whole thing. This little, these little quips and little scenes that he and her have is just are just brilliantly written and brilliantly acted. Kravitz. His voice is just so soothing and sinister all at once. Yeah, give, give and take, give and take. Gotta tell him. Oh. I love just this shot here with the bars where we see just how see through the bars. Apparently, Hopkins actually frightened Jodie Foster in this movie just by his presence, and apparently she scared him too. I guess just the intensity of character and everything just scared her. Maybe it's I could only imagine the reason why Hopkins might have been a little some frightened of Jodie Foster was because how she just the established career she had and how well she's done in movies that he just nervous working with an actress like her. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, he's very astute. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And there is George Romero with the beard. I think it's pretty cool. There's two horror icon filmmakers in this movie. Oh, and he touched her. Uh, I really like this scene. He's a very good artist. And now he's doing something. Yes. He's so he's so polite. That's some nice music. I like what he does here. Everything seems to be fine. I mean, after all, what could possibly go wrong here? Uh oh. 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 Oh, the first time we ever see him live up to the name Hannibal like Hannibal. Oh. Oh, that would hurt. Oh, oh man. This is probably the most one of the most intense scenes in the film. Oh. Yeah. So he's dead. And oh. So yeah. Here we finally saw him live up to his name by actually watching him bite somebody. And I have to say, when I was a kid, or at least prior to watching this film, I heard that he actually bit someone's nose off. And me and my sick, kind of sick, uh-oh, kind of my sick, warped mind, when I heard of this and was going to watch this, I'm like, all right, I want to see him. I want to see him bite some guy's nose off. So when I finally see it, I was a little disappointed with that scene because he just bit the guy on the side of the face instead of his nose getting bit off. Everybody seems to here have their finger on the trigger. I always remember here, like, you should always just have it by the trigger, not on it, until you're gonna actually shoot. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's not really good. That guy now is really dead if he wasn't before, which I suspect he already was, but having your practically your chest cut open and all that. Sergeant Pembry is alive. Oh, And now we're going to have a manhunt for Dr. Hannibal Lecter. Oh, this film's just fantastic. You know, I think this would be considered a psychological horror film because there aren't jump scares or gross scenes, but it's very disturbing, mainly because of Hannibal Lecter. And um, Buffalo Bill's character of him skinning women and all of that is disturbing too. But Hannibal Lecter would win the prize for most disturbing person in the film. I've already said it before, and it's just you know he just lingers in your mind with the disturbance that that Hopkins just gives this portrayal. All right. So on the roof of the elevator. Ho ho. He's just faking it. He's really faking it. Oh ho. Oh. Here we go. All right. My favorite part of this film is actually coming up. And this is my favorite part of the movie. It's just so amazing. And it just shows how smart and clever Hannibal Lecter really is. Oh, I just love that. That might be considered sick, to say, but it just shows just how smart he is. He took the face off of some guy and just wears it for himself. That's just oh, oh man. All right, now it's time to do some sewing. Nothing like sewing some skin. Gotta love those tattoos. Love, and I want to say that's some sort of star, or is like a star, but It might not be. Uh. And now you're figuring it out. He knew her. Hey, that's what I said. All right, now we're in Ohio. You know, in this movie, we go places. It's kind of nice. You know, it's nice to stay in one place, but also sometimes it's nice just for a movie where you just, you know, you kind of go places. Here, at least there's reason, you know, trying to find a guy who goes around killing and skinning women, you know, that's not right. So, oh, hello. Hey, animals. Unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, hey, pictures. Cat. That's, you know, that cat, you know, I'm not sure whether or not that cat was happy or not. There's that cat. I think that was it, unless there's more than one cat around in that house. That's a pretty sound. Oh, the music's kind of dying. Oh, huh. Oh, well. Hmm. Meow. That cat seems to want your attention. Oh. 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 My lecturer lied about the name. Oh. Jamie Gum. James Gum. Oh. Oh. All right, we're going back down to that hole. Oh, and this scene. Yeah, this scene's fairly. Oh, it's Cross. I didn't think that was a star, but I just couldn't, the way I saw it before, it just, I didn't completely get a good look at it. And that's a nice, it's just, like scalped a woman for the hair. This song is now very, it's synonymous with this scene now for better or worse. I remember this song was in a Grand Theft Auto game, and the first thing that came to my mind was this. Oh, well. Uh, oh no. Stuff from your victims or so. Oh, yeah, Ted Levine was also uh, was also Captain Stottlemyre and on Monk. If any of you have seen that show, well, I'm sure you would do that to yourself. Oh, well, that sucks. Thanks for that. Oh, oh yes, let's record ourselves or ourself. Yeah, you're both great, pal. Well, I could say this. Yeah, he seems to be in decent shape. Oh, that's swell. An image I Yeah, it's always an image that I'm like, I wish I didn't see that, but uh, yeah, yeah, maybe maybe she thought that stuff was great. Radio. All right, we're back to the old hideout of James Gum or Buffalo Bill, whatever you like to call him. Oh, a new moth is being taken out of its cocoon. Uh oh. Something's wrong. Uh oh. There was a writer in a SWAT outfit just before you saw it just for a moment. I think you'll see him again, the writer. Oh, things are getting heated down there. Oh, oh, swastika blanket. That's nice, I guess. Uh oh, someone's ringing their bell. I think you should go up. Hey, hello. Yeah, there's a freighter again. That mustache. There he is again. Uh, right behind him. Not him. Yep, she knows who he is. Jack Gordon. Uh-huh. Uh, oh, hey. Oh, who? Ah. And we're just look getting a good, just looking around the house. And, well, and there's a good telltale sign of who you are. Okay. Well, his gun's bigger than hers. Hmm. Oh, took a little time getting that gun out. Well, yeah, you should have shot at him because he's a dangerous suspect, right? All right. Yeah. Uh, oh, there's two doors there. It could be behind one of them. This scene's pretty intense too. All right. Whoa, hey, there's some women there. Pictures of women. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Well, hell, well, I don't know. You are. Uh, oh, oh no. Yeah, he is crazy, but at this moment, you know, at this moment, I don't know if you. Yeah, I don't think she. I don't think you're somebody who he's going to be after at this moment. Oh, oh, hey. Um, hmm. Noises. Remember to check your corners, check everywhere. Seems to have learned all that, or remembered all that from that last time. All right. Whoa. Oh, that's just unfun. Oh, hey, remember the night vision goggles that I didn't mention because I was talking about something else. You really should uh, keep your breathing down. Huh. Clarice, you're shaking. Oh, 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 oh! You're just having fun with this, aren't you? Oh, go. Oh, he's dead. Oh, hey, you killed him. Well, that's the end of Buffalo Bill. And Jack Crawford is here. Oh, so everything seems to have turned out well at the end of this movie. Got Buffalo Bill. Everything seems to be good now. Yeah. Oh, oh. Things. Yeah. Things are looking up for you now. Oh, Hannibal. Oh, yes, that's. Ho, 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 ho. I love how at the very end, Hannibal makes another appearance. And there's Dr. Chilton. He's Hannibal Lecter has gone on vacation and seems to go is gonna meet up with an old buddy of his. And one more little thing I will say is that the director, Jonathan Demme, is actually here at the very end. There he is in the blue hat, walking away just as Hannibal is walking away as well. And we can see Hannibal walking while people keep walking, only eventually for us to just lose sight of him. And that was Silence of the Lambs. I hope my commentary was interesting or entertaining. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Who knows? But until next time, have a good day, night, whatever, whenever you're listening to this, if you are listening to it. I hope you had an enjoyable time listening to this, basically. Bye.